What unspoken rule of girl code do all women follow? This happened when I was 19, working late at a Target in a sketchy part of town. It was around 11 p.m. on a Thursday, and I was the only cashier left. The store was practically empty, except for this one guy who'd been wandering around for over an hour, not buying anything, just watching me. Every time I looked up, he was staring. When I'd move to restock something, he'd casually drift closer. He'd pick up random items, pretend to examine them, then put them back while keeping his eyes on me. I started getting that sick feeling in my stomach, you know, the one that tells you something's really wrong. My hands were actually shaking as I tried to focus on counting my register, but I could feel his eyes burning into me from across the store. Around 11:30, my manager finally left through the back exit, leaving just me and the security guard who was supposedly doing rounds but was nowhere to be seen. The creep immediately noticed and started walking straight toward my register. "Hey beautiful, looks like it's just you and me now," he said, leaning over the counter way too close. I could smell alcohol on his breath mixed with stale cigarettes. "What time do you get off?" "I've been waiting here just for you. Been watching you work all night, and I like what I see." I backed up and told him I needed to close my register, that the store was closing soon. He laughed this gross, throaty laugh and said, "Perfect. I'll wait for you in the parking lot. We can have some fun in my car. I've got some beer, maybe something stronger if you're into that." I'm panicking now because there's literally no one around, and this guy is clearly not taking no for an answer. My heart was pounding so hard I thought he could probably hear it. I told him I wasn't interested and that he needed to leave, but he just smiled this creepy smile and said, "Come on, don't be like that. I know you want it. You've been giving me looks all night. Playing hard to get just makes it more fun." "What looks?" I was literally trying to avoid eye contact. I'd been deliberately looking down at my register or at the floor every time I felt him staring. He started walking around the counter toward me, and I grabbed the phone to call security, but the line was dead. The guy laughed and said, "Yeah, I saw your security guard leave through the side door about 10 minutes ago. Funny how these things work out, almost like it was meant to be." I was trapped behind the register with this psycho blocking my only exit. My legs felt like jelly, and I could taste metal in my mouth from pure fear. He reached out to grab my arm when suddenly I heard high heels clicking rapidly across the store floor. "Sarah! Oh my god, girl! I've been looking everywhere for you." This woman I'd never seen before came rushing over, talking loudly. "I'm so sorry I'm late picking you up. You know how crazy traffic gets after that concert." She walked right up to the creep and goes, "Excuse me, sir. You're standing where my friend needs to grab her purse." She wasn't asking. She was telling him to move. The guy looked confused and stepped back, and immediately this woman grabbed my arm and whispered, "Play along." Then louder she goes, "Come on, Sarah, let's go. Mom's waiting in the car, and she's pissed. We're already 20 minutes late for dinner." She started pulling me toward the exit, talking the whole time about some made-up family dinner and how her mom was going to kill us both for being late. The creep just stood there looking stupid as we walked past him. Once we got outside, she immediately asked if I was okay and explained that she'd been shopping in the clothing section when she noticed the guy following me around earlier. She said she'd been keeping an eye on the situation and saw him corner me when the manager left. "I work in HR," she said, "and I've seen this pattern before." She stayed with me until my actual ride showed up, gave me her number, and told me to call if I ever felt unsafe again. That was 3 years ago. We're bridesmaids in each other's weddings next month.